Hi guys, welcome to the Wishup podcast where we talk about startups, small businesses, entrepreneurship and remote work. Before we get started with the episode, let me quickly tell you about Wishup. Wishup provides a remote workforce that can help you with your business, whether you're an entrepreneur, influencer, startup or an established organization. Wishup provides only the top 1% remote workforce such as virtual assistants, software testers and bookkeeping assistants who are all pre-vetted and trained in-house. To know more about our service, you can click the link in the description below. Now let's enjoy the episode.
So I wanted to ask you about this, Ramon. We get a lot of questions from our clients as well. So what is your take on the new technology available to us? Web 3.0 has gained a lot of momentum and it's being accepted globally. So how does one adapt to this sort of boom in technology?
Sure. I think there's two things to understand. We are still in the early adopter, or even if there's one before that stage of Web 3.0, metaverse, crypto, NFTs, a blockchain, which are slightly different things. Web 3.0 is slightly different, or part of metaverse, and that's different than, of course, NFT, which is built on blockchain technology, and then you have crypto, which is a part of blockchain. But the point being is that we're still in an early stage. So there's a huge number of loud people that are in this right now. But my point I'm trying to get at is, on one hand, don't worry, don't go crazy, and think, oh no, the world's falling. I'm not going to be able to tweet or use email marketing anymore. It's all NFTs. No, it's not. However, depending especially on the sector of business you're in, and I do encourage you to think about, how can I leverage the metaverse to grow my business? How can I leverage NFTs to add more value to my community? Should I consider how to use blockchain to serve my customer better? That's, I think, the way to consider some of these newer technologies, because they're here and most likely they're going to grow. They're not going to go away. So the question to ask yourself, how can I leverage it for my business and for myself, for my family, and my personal capacity?
Absolutely. So also I'd like to get an insight in your mind. So now everybody's switching from the normal work to remote or hybrid work. So what is your take on remote work and outsourcing in general? Do you think this will be a big part of the American work culture going forward?
Absolutely. I think for sure. I think already what's going to happen is that since in-person is still important, I think you can have people that work anywhere, but fly to a location twice, 3 times, 4 times a year. I think those are some of the things I think that people are doing. So I think that, yes, I think remote work and those are going to grow. And some people like us, maybe, I've been doing remote work for years before COVID. But I think that for many people who are like, no, how can I imagine hiring 5,000 people and I don't see them? Well, guess what? Now you don't have to just get talent in Hyderabad. You can get talent in Boston, Iran, Australia, Canada. And your company can still be anywhere. So I think we're seeing that more. But I must say, Crispino, nothing does beat, though, that warm in-person communication and talking to people. That's still important. And if you can't meet in person, at least do a call like this where you can see somebody's teeth and smile at them and say hello to some degree still.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I love the part that it's opened the talent pool all across the globe. Like, you don't have to be confined in your geographical locations anymore. You can get the talent you want, like, from anywhere. So that's the best part about the remote work. So now something personal I'd like to ask you about. What is your prediction? What is your prediction on the future of work, and how do you see businesses operating in the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I want to shout out my friend Sophie Wade, and I have another friend, Crystal Washington, and others who are really work futurist experts. And here's what I think, is I think the future of work, definitely more and more companies are definitely aware of things like diversity and being more open to having fresh talent in the mind and what people look like and how they speak. I think that's one thing. I think the future of work for sure is that people will, and Seth Godin has talked about this for a long time in his book, Poke the Box. But the aspect that all of us looking at companies, we need to be entrepreneurial inside the companies we work at. So that's point number 2. And I think point number 3, companies in general have to be nimble and more adaptive. And I think, Wishup, am I right? You all are a virtual assistant company, is that correct?
Yes.
So I think that's part of the equation. The aspect of being nimble. You can hire full-time employees. Absolutely, that's good. But I'm all about the aspect of virtual world or virtual assistants. I'm all about that. So I encourage, by the way, Crispin, I have so many resources on Instagram. That's why I keep referring to Instagram. If people DM me virtual assistant, I will send you information even about virtual assistants. That
Awesome.
how I do hiring people, right? It's
Yeah.
about experimenting, exploring, being clear in the job description, having a right fit. So even that aspect is important. But yes, I'm all about the future of work. I think is going to be one where large brands are going to have to be more nimble and more aware of what's happening around them and read the market fast.
Could you give us an example of an adaptation that you had to do in the past couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, many of us know this story, of course, of going virtual, but I think the aspect, many of us really thought an event has to be in person. But the simple adaptation, many companies now realizing we can stream events live. It's not the same as
Yes.
for sure. There's a cost to streaming it well. But things like this, Chris, I mean, you probably would have been in touch still, but it's opened the door that, I don't have to fly from New York to Virginia or fly from New York to wherever. I can indeed do it differently, So I think that there's definitely a way for that for sure.
Yeah, and I think with the metaverse coming in, we'll soon be meeting up in the metaverse next maybe. Absolutely. All right, awesome. Ramon, as usual, this was once again an amazing experience talking to you.
That's it? It's over?
Yes.
No, it's too short.
I think
we gotta do this every month, every week.
we should. Yeah, I would love that. Awesome, but no, thanks once again for coming onto the show. And I know you're really busy, so thanks for taking the time. And why not? We should do it again once again very soon.
But thanks for having me, Chris. And thank you for all that you and Wishup do. I appreciate it so much. And if anybody wants to be in touch with me, they can just go to ramonray.com or smarthustle.com, and I'm excited. And look up Wishup, a great company helping people with virtual assistants. So thank you, Crispino, for having me.
Awesome.